Hi guys, hope you're okay. This is Daniel. So, I was just thinking today about regrets because one of the things I like to do every so often is torture myself thinking about hypothetical realities that don't exist on the basis that, we often have a lot of fantasies about things we would have done with our lives, different paths we would have taken, and there's a famous philosopher, might be a stretch, but there's a hypnotist by the name of Delores Cannon, and she talked about the alternate dimensions that exist, or the fifth dimension, and how whenever we make a decision, there in theory is a different version of us that did the complete opposite thing that we did. So essentially, if you were to decide to say you're going to go to the ice cream shop as opposed to the gym, then there might be a version of you that exists in that reality that did the ice cream shop versus going to the gym. Now, in hindsight, that doesn't really mean anything, but what it got me thinking about was the notion that we're only one decision away from making the right or perceivably wrong choice. So, knowing that, I often think about times back in high school when I wasn't necessarily applying myself as best as I could, and what I would do now if I was going back into that position. And I think the thing I would advise anybody who might not necessarily be thinking about the future that much. Being in the position where you've had limited options because you've not really thought through or had a vision for where you want to go is quite detrimental at the point where you actually get to the destination where you think, oh gosh, I've not actually reached a particular point, I haven't really achieved anything. And what you don't want to do is have that sense of regret for the things you haven't done. So, one of the biggest takeaways I've had from this is just to really seize the day and to make every opportunity count wherever you are, because essentially, if you can conquer the present moment, then you essentially look after the future that you haven't made for yourself, and that's an investment in your own time and your future goals and aspirations, really. So one of the best things I found to do is just write a vision board or create a plan, but I think having an overall goal of where you'd like to go is a good start. So envision the person you want to be, where you want to go, and work your way backwards. And if you can do that and break it down into sizable chunks, I think you're on a really good path to manifesting that goal. So they're my quick thoughts. Let me know if you've got any thoughts and feedback of your own. Until the next video, speak soon. Bye.